Welcome students to TYBSc Environmental Science course. Today we are starting our paper ENV 303 Water Quality. This paper is number 3 for semester 3rd, under which we are going to discuss the first unit. Today we are going to discuss introduction, use and sources of water, water inventory and availability of water, quality of natural water, water cycle in the natural and urban areas, physical, chemical, and biological characteristics of water, effects of water on rocks and minerals, sewage water and its characteristics with their effects. So, before we begin, let us set our learning objectives. For this lecture, after successful completion of this lecture, you will able to learn sources of water, water inventory and availability of and quality of water, describe water cycle, understand physical, chemical and biological characteristics of water and their effects, understand sewage water characteristics and their effects. So let us begin with the introduction. What is water? Water is life. Without water, we never expect life on the earth. Water is an inorganic, transparent, tasteless, odorless, and nearly the colorless substance present on the earth. Water is also known as universal solvent. Water is everything for us. We use water for agriculture, we use water for industries, we use water for domestic purpose. There is enough water on the earth, but the distribution may varies according to the climate. Water is always recycled by means of water cycle. So, what is wastewater? After human use, we convert water into a wastewater, which is any water that has been adversely affected in quality by anthropogenic influences. Almost 8 to 10% of the fresh water is used for the domestic purpose and converted into the sewage. Sewage is wastewater contaminated with the fecal matter and the urine. Growing population may increase the use of water for the domestic purpose and it may converted into a sewage. In this slide, we are going to discuss sources of water. Friends, water is mostly available on the surface, which we receive in the form of rain, and when it percolates, the water is available in the form of groundwater. Whatever we have on the earth is broadly distributed as surface water and groundwater. Water comes on the earth's surface in the form of rain, available on the earth's surface in the form of lakes, ponds, streams, rivers, and stored in different types of reservoirs. For Nasik city, we have Gangapur Dam, which is the best source of water storage and it will be used for the domestic, industrial, and agricultural purposes. Water is flowing through the surface, also percolates beneath the ground, and stored in the form of groundwater. Almost 30 to 40% of the people who lived on the earth depends on groundwater for various kinds of uses. They never have available the fresh water. The groundwater can be harnessed through open well, tube well, artesian well, springs, and infiltration of water. So let us see how and where the water is stored or available on the earth. An inventory to show how water is consumed, used, or otherwise involved in the particular process or place. For example, within a steam plant or a household activities. Globally, approximately 97% of the Earth's water occurs in ocean and 3% in the form of fresh water. The saline water consists of almost 0.9%. Out of available fresh water, 75% of the fresh water is locked in the ice sheets and glaciers, and almost 25% is in the form of groundwater. Lakes, reservoirs, swamps, river channels, biosphere water, atmospheric water, and soil moisture. It will togetherly account for the reminders. The amount of water at each stage of hydrological cycle is called as water storage. In the diagram, you are observed the distribution of water on the Earth's surface. The distribution of water on the Earth's surface is extremely uneven. Only 3% of the surface is fresh and remaining 97% reside in the oceans, out of which 69% reside in glaciers, 30% underground, and less than 1% is located in lakes, rivers, and swamps. Look at the another way. Only 1% of the water on the earth's surface is available by human, and 99% of the water usable quantity is situated under the ground. Each and every individual on the earth needs to be do is study rainfall map to appreciate how uneven the distribution of water really is. How human use the water. Since morning till the night, human being required water for various purposes. But globally, if you compare, the main use of water is in the liquid form or a fresh water which is used for the agricultural purpose. It as shown in the graph of world water use, it is clearly stated that almost 70% of the water is consumed for the agricultural purposes throughout the world, 22% for the industrial purposes, and 8% for the domestic use. But when we compare the same with the developed and developing countries separately, we can clearly observe that developed countries consume more water for the industrial purpose rather than domestic or agricultural purpose. 59% of the total water available in developed countries is utilized for industrial purpose. Remaining 30% is for agriculture and 11% is for the domestic use. Same with the situation is reverse in developing countries. Most of the developing countries' economy is depends on agriculture. So they use more water for the agricultural purposes. 80% of the water is used for the agricultural purposes, mostly for irrigation, and 10% is utilized for industrial purpose as well as 8% is for domestic purpose. In the next lecture, we are going to discuss quality of natural water, water cycle in the nature and urban areas, and physical, chemical and biological properties of water. Thank you.